Okay, last but not least is modulation. So modulation means we've moved to a new key. We can also call modulation just a key change. It's a change in key. Now, be careful when you think about it as a key change, because a lot of the time, what a lot of people will look for if they're looking for a key change is literally the key signature to change. And that doesn't happen all the time. Didn't happen here, right? The key signature didn't change. We just start to see more accidentals. So when you see accidentals in a piece of music like this, you can kind of tell that something is changing with the key, right? I can tell right here that we're probably in A because we have a G sharp and an a leading tone. That accidental usually clues you in by giving you the leading tone. Usually, not always. So in a modulation, we're going to stay in the new key for a significant amount of time. At least a phrase worth or two phrases of the piece. That's why it's hard to say like it has to be a certain number of measures, because we don't really know what the phrase is. A phrase could be one measure, it could be 20 measures. Another thing that we often see in a modulation is some pivot chords happening. Some chords that work in both keys. We see that in tonicization as well, but more so in modulation. When we're really modulating, you see a good length of time where we might be playing around in two key areas at once, like this, where we can call this a 4/7, or we can call it a 5/7 in a new key. So a lot of time when you find a modulation, you have to analyze it by the old key and then go back once you realize we've moved to a new key and find the pivot chords and kind of move backwards and forwards a little bit like we did when we were analyzing this Bach. No. So modulation, there's no real strict definition here. It's a key change. We look for pivot chords. We look for accidentals. We do look for changes in the key signature, but we don't always get them. So, and we don't always need it. Sometimes it's just more accidentals that we get. So those are the three things. Three things to watch out for when you're doing a full analysis of a piece of music like this. Okay, now I will leave you to the Bach. So up next, I'm going to give you the worksheets for the Bach. And that's going to be this that you're going to finish. I'll give them to you as a PDF file and as the MuseScore file. I'll give them to you as a PDF file and as the MuseScore file. And then I'll give you my full analysis in the next segment after that. Cool? Good luck.